Once again, those watching back at home, we welcome you tonight wherever you may be watching from. This is Corvus Digital Media. With you tonight, Isaac Savage and my verbal sparring partner, Chad Chop Chop Milne. 30 seconds and we've got 1 minute down. Both these boys will be feeling the pinch. This is the first time fight. You know, Chad, what the nerves can be like in your first time fight.
Oh, first bout, nerves are crazy, and it's at the same time, look at this venue. There's a lot of people, a lot of lights. They're going to be buzzing for sure. Yeah, I like it. And he's standing nice. He's making himself small. He's copping a few there, but standing short, making himself small, and he's been using the jab a lot. Tapping with the jab, and it's been able to set up those backhand shots for him.
I mean, usually I like to score the rounds, but it's a little bit hard without the pad and pen tonight, but what a fight. It'll be interesting to see, too, for those watching back home. We've got one of our writers, Benji, Mr. Watt, covering this as well, so it'll be interesting to see his thoughts. I know he'll be sending me through some information and comments very, very soon, Mr. Benji Watt.
And again with the roughhouse tactics.
Fighting out of the red corner, Glozier.
Here we go, bell out for round one. Let's see. Oh,
loading up for a big right there.
So again, we got 1.5 minute rounds, and he's taking advantage of it. He doesn't have much time, so he's trying to get his work done early.
C2, the Turkish Delight's a little bit more fidgety, a little bit more hesitant to Widemir. Looking very comfortable in there at the moment with the right hand back by his guard and the left jab coming out.
Yeah, and he's standing quite tall. It looks like he's a little bit taller, whether that's actually his height or if he's standing tall, but he's staying just out of range. He's keeping his chin a little bit high, but he's staying out of range, and he's using it well.
Shaking his head there, though. Love that fidgety style. Look, he's coming forward. He just wants to take Widemir's head off.
Yeah, but as I was saying earlier, he's coming down low. He's starting to the body, and it's a good thing. When you go to the body, you can make boxers stand still. And, you know, with a guy like Widemir moving side to side, that's what he's going to want him to do is sit still, so then he can come upstairs and catch him up top. Yeah, that's it. Hey, it's a sport. We all love it. You know.
Look at this replay. Look, Widemir bouncing out of the way. Shots beautiful left hook, steps to the left, but Turkish Light says, "I'm not taking any of this." Coming forward, rocking him off his feet. Standing over him like a Muhammad Ali type figure almost.
Right. By split decision, fighting out of the blue corner,
Turkish Delight.
3 rounds once again, headgear and 16-ounce glove, corporate boxing rules, third man in center ring.
He's so confident. He doesn't mind taking a punch to land another punch. He's landing body shots now. He just looks like the aggressor of the two, just staring and walking him down.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, and at the same time, they're confident. He's putting on the pressure, and he also looks confident, which is another thing that the judges will be.
Those body shots are starting to hurt. He's landed more. He's got a standing 8 count already.
Yeah. Look, you know, he was landing quite a few of those, and Macaulay wasn't really returning fire. So, yeah, I think that was a good call by the referee.
Once you get those body shots landing, you can see it in their face, their body language.
Yeah, that's it. You know, it's when you get hit in the body a few times, you don't want to get it again. Like I said, it's painful. So, here we go. You can see him. He's
fighting out of the blue corner, Tanya Tupo.
Here we are now, ready for fight number 3. We have Scooby-Doo there in the blue corner, Shivnal. Scooby-Doo Prakash running out of Mayhem against Ricky Singh there in the red.
coming in forward. He might not be able to see some of the shots that might come from Shivnal, but at the same time, being a bit shorter, he might come in, he might cop a few elbows to the head, you know, a few headbutts and things like that. So that's something that might shield him from some of those sort of sharp objects coming in. So there's two ways you could look at it.
These are impressive combos here too from Shivnal Scooby-Doo. He's landing that jab, coming forward with the right, and then the right hooks. These are clean combos for such a an entrant fighter. It's that much harder, though, for a shorter fighter, because when you're a shorter fighter, all you're trying to do is close that distance. To be able to close distance and then move angles takes a bit more of a kind of different boxing brain, a bit more of a dynamic when you're in there in the heat of the moment.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, it's, and so the third round is you might be a bit tired to use their brain and employ those tactics.
And after a tough technical boxing bout, we have a decision. It is unanimous. Your winner, fighting out of the blue corner, Shivnal Prakash.
All right, we are now ready for bout number 4.
Yeah, and these are also 2-minute rounds, all right? So, and he comes out hard.
Almost knocked the camera off there, Roel. Both boys not wanting to go for headgear, but hey, Soab saying, I'm not having none of this. Big right, stumbling him back, chasing him. Another big right. That was 3 rights landed there on the chin there of Inamal.
Yeah, and you're going to feel he's been 8 counted really early on. The confidence will be shaken, and the confidence on the other side is going to be buzzing. He's going to want to come straight out and continue his role.
Bout number 5, these guys are wasting no time. Roel going straight in there, not looking like he really wants to waste any time tonight. Big right again. Inamal has got his work cut out for him tonight.
Yeah, he does. And the referee calls the bout.
It is all over. The stare down was intense. If you want to look at a Hollywood movie stare down or something that happens in Vegas, when these guys stood out and stood down next to each other, they looked like they wanted to kill. It was absolutely intense. It was something out of a movie. It was like Creed versus Apollo. You had to be there, and tonight, these boys are going to throw down.
Landing that right hand over the top of the jab, and you see there lands a jab too. Yeah, so great bout so far, and you know, yeah, great head movement as well.
You've got to move around the ring. You've got to pace yourself, parry those jabs and move angles. And look, he's shaking his head there saying, nah, you ain't got nothing on me here.
So the mental game as well, the mental game. It's not all physical, it's upstairs as well.
Very fluid too, for 80 kilograms. He's moving around the ring very smoothly, very swiftly. Nice little, underhook there, and movement there with the head down.
Yeah, he's moving his head quite well too, and I think it would pay, make him miss. He's making a miss, but he's not always coming back with shots. He should make a miss, and he should make sure that he lands shots back as well. Not waste that energy that he's invested into moving his head.
Your winner, fighting out of the blue corner, Ashish Sharma.
For those watching back home, we welcome you back to this Corvus Fight Night, Fight to Glory, as we get ready for this heavyweight banger. Shaquille Urali fighting out of the blue corner against Liam Wehone out of the red corner.
I'm actually very surprised at the speed and power from both these boys. They're starting out like middleweights, yet they're tipping the scales well over, combined weight of a quarter of a ton, like I referred to earlier. And look at those early days. This is a 3x2, and let's see if this goes the distance.
A really hard fight to call so far. I'm glad I'm not in the judge's seat. Shaq coming forward, being the aggressor, but Wehone certainly putting scores on doors and racking up those points.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's going to come down to the judges. What do they like? You've got a guy coming forward, throwing shots. Both boys are throwing a great number of punches, but what do they like? The aggressive boxer putting on the pressure, dictating the pace, or do they like the boxer on the outside, moving, using the jab, using the shoulder, making a miss?
Your winner, fighting out of the red corner, Liam Wehone.
This is going to be an absolute, another banger. These boys are both tipping the scales at over 100 kilograms, 0 to 100. That's the gym Trayvon Dean's representing there in the blue, and Glozier boxing for Shadrach Puria.
I mean, Trayvon, he's going to have to, like he is, come in, compose, box, test the waters. As you can see, Shad is, he's loading up. He's waiting for his opportunities to unload some leather.
Interesting to see Shadrach there in the tie shorts.
Big shots there from Trayvon Dean, sending Shadrach to the canvas, almost out of the ring. He looks out on his feet. It is all over. We talked about the quiet guy. He came back unassuming and sent Shadrach to another world.
Did pounce, and did he?
Did he pounce? And still so calm. You see guys jumping up on the ring, doing backflips, cartwheels. He just goes back to the corner like he's going to have a cup of tea and a scone.
He's done this before, that's for sure.
These boys are tipping the scales, and big shout out to our man, the Brown Butterbean out of BBM, Brown Butterbean Motivation. Phil Talia, fighter there, fighting out of the red corner, tipping the scales at 158 kilograms. Motion Ali there in the red corner. And considering the weight of these guys and people starting slow, we've seen none of that tonight. It's just been an absolute fire starter from the get-go. Every single fighter tonight has come out with a bang.
Yeah, they said both of you boys coming out with intent. You see Motion, he's really intent on using that defense. And then to his credit, he's using it well. He's made Phil miss a few of those big right hands, and he's really going to need to.
We've just got him into the sheer weight of a shot thrown by a 158-kilogram man. It's going to knock you off your feet. But if you're 133 kilograms, it's going to be a little bit harder.
Yeah, I mean, even, you know, he's a big guy, 133, but my man Phil, he's got a few kilos on him.
And Phil is starting to walk Motion down. He's bullying him, using that 20 to 30 kilogram weight advantage just to walk Motion down. Big right hand landing there. There's around a bit of blood coming out of the face now, Motion. And it's just saying that, you know, Motion is bleeding profusely. The damage is starting to take its toll. His nose is certainly busted up, but, you know, there's a lot of blood vessels in the face. Sometimes cuts look a lot worse than they are. Doesn't even need a medical checkup. It's just a bit of blood. Like we said, there's thousands of vessels in the face, and a small cut can easily look a lot worse on TV.
And the towel comes in.
Just as I said that, though, the BBM fighter throwing those uppercuts too much, too soon for Motion, and he is thrown in the towel. It is all over. As we get closer and closer to the main and wrapping up the corporates, the fights just keep getting better and better. Don Mario there in the blue against Kiwa Pakau out of the red.
But here we see Kiwa using that distance, using that range. He's boxing out long, and then there we have Don Mario switching it up.
He's going to southpaw now, and good on him. I mean, like, he's had a few fights. You can do that at this level, and it just goes to show the intelligence of, you know, his boxing style as well. But good on him. I mean, I always love meeting a switch hitter, and Don's doing a bit of that tonight.
Yeah, that's it. You know, sometimes people switch up. You know, there could be two reasons. They've done it before, and it's something that's worked, or they don't really know what to do, and they're trying to find something that might unlock the puzzle that's in front of them. And southpaws don't often come across other southpaws, and they can actually probably find southpaws harder than orthodox boxers find the southpaw.
And that could be the key to unlocking the puzzle. You know, we talk about it tonight. I'm loving the aggression here too from Don, walking forward, throwing those uppercuts. He might not be as tactical and move those angles, but he's landing with those uppercuts.
Kiwa hasn't done a massive amount in this bout, and you can see that Don he's just working a bit more. He's a bit more eager. He's starting the exchanges. He's also typically staying in the center of the ring. You know, he's the aggressor.
Your winner, fighting out of the blue corner, Don Mario.
Once again, you want to talk about beef, you want to talk about stare downs, you should have been there last night. You could cut the tension with a knife out of Sefo Paulie there on the blue, and Benjamin Stowers in the red corner representing 0 to 100. Sefo coming forward now, trying to break the guard there of Benjamin Stowers. I'm loving the way Benjamin Stowers moves at the moment. Very tight guard, very sharp, moving back on those angles.
No, right. So, you know, right. A nice shot from Sefo as well. He slipped that right hand in. You know, you can see there that Benjamin, he's got a little bit of that shoulder coming through, but the right hand slid through, and he was able to clock him nicely on the chin there.
Beautiful body shot there from Benjamin Stowers. Left body shot to the, well, just to the upper rib cage of Paulie, and he coming back forward now. A right body shot there from Stowers once again.
I like that. I like that he's getting and he's landing his shots, and he's coming out. You know, he's not sticking around, you know, waiting for a receipt from Sefo. He's getting in, he's doing his work, and he's shutting the bank down.
He's in and out. You're right, Chad. He's coming back and he's getting out of the way. He's not staying in the pocket to wait to receive a shot. He's getting in and out.
That's good. It's the first round. You don't know. He doesn't know what Sefo has just yet, you know, so it's good. He's getting off his shots, but, you know, he's staying responsible. He's not getting carried away. So, you know, good tactics to execute in the first round.
I loved there too how he threw a cheeky body shot just moments earlier and then threw another body on the way out. He's being very disciplined and economical for shots, even throwing in a few sneaky shots that are actually landing.
Now, let's see. You know, in that first round, I felt that, you know, favoured Benjamin. Let's see if Sefo's come out with some adjustments.
The speed and timing here too from Benjamin Stowers. There's a little bit sublime there too, Sefo. Just moving forward. Just as I said that though, he did get shot or clocked by Sefo coming forward now.
Yeah, I think, you know, Ben, he's copping a few shots here and there, but you can see he's, you know, he's in control. He's always starting. He's starting the exchanges and he's getting out. And then with that comes a bit of control. You know, you're first, then your opponent comes second, and you know he can kind of anticipate when the punches are going to come. You know, Sevo's having a bit more success with his counter punching this round. But will Ben stay in control? Will he keep throwing those shots, keep control of the pace, which he did in the first round?
And that's the beauty of the sweet science. You know, you can see one guy winning the round and then another guy coming through in the second, which means it does come down to the money round, as they say. And Sefo's starting to find a second wind in this second round. Here we go now, round 3, the money round, as they say. Mayhem boxer Sefo Pauly there in the grey and blue gloves, and Benjamin Stowers representing 0 to 100 there in the red gloves.
You can see there Ben's come out with a bit of urgency. Maybe he feels, you know, he lost the last round and he really needs to win this third round to keep, because it felt like he won the first round, so he needs to get this third round to win, I think.
Beautiful body shot there from Ben, landing again. Looking a little bit fatigued, a little bit gassed, but hey, take no respect away from both these fighters. This is the third round. They've been thrown down.
So Sefo needs to, you know, he needs to stay on that horse. He needs to keep working. You know, he may or may not have got that second round. You never know. And early in this round, he hasn't really come out that aggressive. You know, a lot of the work early has come from Ben in this round, all right? So, you know, Sefo needs to throw a little bit more to stay in this. We've only got a minute left.
Beautiful shots there too from Benjamin Stowers, but he is still looking a little bit fatigued. It's starting to even up there. This is what I love about this fight. Both boys throwing down, both over 90 kilograms, just under a minute to go. They're putting on a show tonight here at the Corvus.
That's right, 45 seconds of action left. Nice body shot there from Ben. He's been throwing that a lot, and good thing after he lands it, he's coming back. But he just copped a good right hand there from Sefo.
Beautiful shot there from Sefo coming forward. Once again, I don't envy the judges, the seats tonight. They've always got their work cut out for them, but especially tonight at the Cordis Hotel.
And your winner by split decision, coming out of the blue corner, Sefo Pauly.
For all those watching back home, expect fireworks. This is the main event before the pros start tonight. Round 1 as we get underway now for fight number 12. Joseph the Viper Ngatalevu out of the blue corner against Richie Fialufai out of the red.
And there we have southpaw. We've got a southpaw, and there we go. Joseph came out, switched that up as well into southpaw, but he's gone back to the orthodox stance. But let's see again. We've got a southpaw boxer. The dynamic of the bout is going to change.
We're seeing a little bit of a switch hitter stance tonight there. Both boys still feeling each other out, but Richie coming out a little bit vicious. Very aggressive body shots, uppercuts, right hands.
Yeah, right. And as a southpaw, typically, like we talked before, with Kiwa, it was a southpaw that boxed long, wanted to move, wanted space, and then here we have it, Richie, the opposite, southpaw, inside, short, bent arm punches, working.
I'm not always sure it's a good idea to absorb too many of those body shots because Richie looks like he can throw. You know, he's got that stance, he's got that stagger of a very solid 90 kilogram plus man.
Yeah, right. You know, in the last round, put back straight to it. Richie coming out, guns blazing. And Joseph is the one that's going to have to change his tactics. You know, in that last round, Richie got off a lot of shots. Now, we've got to look at Joseph. What is he going to do to change and adapt to what's in front of him?
Look, I love the style. I love the aggression here from Richie. I just want to see Joseph move on more angles. I know he's a great boxer. He can move. He can splash and dash, and I want to see him use more angles because this damage is starting to take its toll here from Richie.
Yeah, he's going to have to. He's going to have to. You know, he's a little bit taller. He's got longer arms. He needs to use some of that. But you know, maybe perhaps, you know, Richie he's throwing a lot of shots, you know, and let's see, he might tire and give Joseph his opportunity to come back.
Well, it just, as you said, that he might tire, he just put two hands forward. That's not really a boxing technique, but more of a fatigue technique when you put two hands forward.
Well, actually, hey, look, he's just slowed down now. And this is when Joseph should try to take advantage.
Love standing in the pocket. You know, it's almost like that tire-type training where you put both feet in the tire and you stand and bang in the pocket. And it's exactly what these guys are doing tonight. just like a wounded tiger as well. It doesn't matter if you get someone like Richie in the corner. He's just going to stand and bang, probably punish his way out of it. And the Viper shoulders him there into the turnbuckle, but doesn't really have a null effect there on Richie.
Maybe a sign of frustration, or, you know, last round, everything's on the line. He's pumped. He wants to forge out his victory. We go last, under 50 seconds.
The crowd are behind him. They're screaming out, "Let's go, Richie. Let's go, Viper." They're both standing and banging here in the pocket.
Yeah,
Centre circle.
Good engine from Richie. You don't see any lead in him. Oh, he's copped a few
Big
shots
shots
there.
there from the Viper. They were clean too, right on the chin there. Certainly found the home right on the chin.
You can see maybe a little bit of fatigue on the face of Richie. On that break, took a step back, took a big breath, maybe starting to feel the pace of this bout. 20 seconds.
Big shots here from the Viper, unleashing his venom in these final seconds. Living up to that name, the Viper, Joseph Nangata-Levu.
Both boys had their moments in this round. Are they going to get in a few more shots to cement a victory?
Oh, a bit of an elbow there. Big shots from the Viper. These are starting to land home on the chin.
Nice one,
Massive
boys.
uppercut.
Going out with a bang. Awesome effort from both lads.
Your winner, fighting out of the red